Hungry? You hungry? You think I should feed you? You think you deserve food? Is that a yes? Is that a yes? You want food? Do you want food, Jester? Are you hungry? Are you hungry? You guys want food? You want food? Is that what this is about? You hungry? Can you sit? Oh, yes. Yes, we can sit. Yes, we can sit. Yes, we want food. We're hungry. Let's go eat. So, I just can't catch a break, it seems. Jess and I were doing a lot of, like, the first word that comes to mind is soul searching. That's not what we were doing. We were trying to figure out our budget to see, like, how much we could afford for payments for a vehicle, a second vehicle. And of course, we finally got that figured out. And Justin goes to pick up the girls from school and get some water for us. And he got back and he said the car started vibrating and shaking when it went over 60 miles an hour. So there's something going on with the car. Don't know what it is. There's a possibility it's just it needs new tires. It does need new tires. There's a possibility it needs new brakes. It does need new brakes. There's a possibility it needs a tire alignment. It does need a tire alignment and all that fun jazz. So that's fun. That is so much fun. But hopefully the car continues running for a little bit, and at least until Friday we can, possibly get into a shop. Afford to get into the shop. We need to get into a shop before that, because I don't know what we're going to do. On another note, I'm playing YouTube catch up today. I'm watching a bunch of YouTube videos that I'm behind on that I wanted to see. I haven't commented on any videos in the past several months, even if I've been watching them. So that's fun. I need caffeine. I need soda. I haven't had soda. I've been working on the anthology story. The other day, on Sunday, I did a live stream, and on that live stream I said I was going to go back to writing, and I didn't. I made a mistake, and I started a ebook, and I finished that ebook in that same day, so I didn't get a lot of writing done. But I'm currently sitting at 2,695 words in this manuscript of 20,000. 20,000 is my max. I think 8,000 is the minimum. Let me go double check that information, actually. Anthology team. Where, oh where is the minimum? Oh where could it be? Do 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 do. Where, oh where is the minimum? Oh where could it be? I don't remember. Yes, kiddo.
Wait. Oh, it's empty.
Yes, it's empty. I ate it. Oh. Hey, I like sour candy too.
Sour candy?
Did you just growl at me? You can do that too. Don't be hissing at me either. Please stop.
Sour candy!
Why are you not sing with me? Stop it.
Come on, Grace. You're supposed to help me.
Help you do what? What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing?
Grab that cart from the hill.
Yeah, you guys need to go get that cart and bring it up the hill, please. Okay, so the minimum for the story is 8K, and I know I will make the 8K. I'm really aiming for closer to 20K, but we'll see what happens. And yeah, I'm gonna go get to work doing some other things. I have quite a bit I need to do, and I have more stuff to add to this board. There's a lot of 4-H stuff. We had the 4-H meeting on Sunday, and there is a lot of stuff I need to add to this board that wasn't on there yet, so that's fun. It's in my planner at least, which I don't even have on me. Nope, it's in the kitchen, so that's fun. I need to go get that so I can mark stuff down. At least my reading is going good. Like, I've read... Hold on, I gotta look at my tracker real quick. I've read 50 plus books already this year. Oops. Yeah, 50 plus books. 51, according to my reading tracker. And that's not quite accurate because there's a couple that I haven't finished yet. Like, I'm still in the middle of reading them. Hey, Dragonlings. So, I have tomorrow off, and I've decided to go ahead and try for a 10K day, but I'm also going to try the writing routine that Kate Cavanaugh talked about in her writing experiment video where she used ChatGPT to give her a writing routine. And I remember talking about it in one of my vlog clips, saying that I actually thought it looked like my pretty typical 10K day. And I'm looking at this, and I wrote it out just so I could see what it would look like in a time slot schedule. And I did, this is from morning to night, but I went ahead and did it from like, pretend this is AM and then this is the PM portion. And according to this schedule, you'd only be writing until like 1:30 in the afternoon. So, but it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 writing, 25-minute writing sprints before the 1 hour writing sprint. And honestly, my writing sprints are 25 minutes long. And for a 10K day, I usually do about 16. So that's why I thought this would be like the perfect writing routine for me. And I'm gonna try it. Now, this does have me waking up at 3 a.m. and like eating and getting ready to go right away. So that's gonna be the hardest part, because I have been waking up at like 3:30 to go to work. And then there's a couple of things I have to change about this. So I might run a little later than 1:30 for me, because like one of the things I have to do is I have to take the kids down to the bus stop. Justin's gonna pick them up in the afternoon, but I have to take them down to the bus stop, which may or may not take more than 30 minutes. So here's what my thought process is. And this is how I'm changing the writing routine that ChatGPT spit at her to make it more viable for someone like me who has kids and family to worry about. I am going to continue with the 3 a.m. wake up time. I'm going to go ahead and set my alarm clock once I finish filming this video. I was looking for my phone, even I'm recording with it. If you can't tell, I'm a little excited. So I'm going to set my alarm for 3 o'clock. Now, the cool thing is that the rest of my family will be able to sleep because the library is in a different section of the house. It's in the addition. So that makes it perfect for this. So I'll be able to wake up, let the dogs out, and come sit down and start writing. I fully expect it to be cold, so I'm going to bring my my little snuggle in here, which is basically that like really thick hoodie coat thingy, which call it. I don't know what else to call it other than snuggle. It's basically a giant fucking blanket in the form of a hood. It's fantastic. I love it. I've got my gloves. We'll be out here writing. I'll get my desk cleaned up and set up for tomorrow, tonight. I actually probably should be going to bed soon so I can get some enough sleep for this. I'm really excited. So, anyways, here's what I'm doing. I'm waking up at 3, and I'm going to be drinking soda and eating chocolate. I don't know if it's going to be chocolate kisses or if I've got chocolate chips. It might be chocolate chips, but I don't remember if I still have some left. I might have finished them all. So, we'll see. Then I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sprints, which equates to about 3 hours. The writing sprints are 25 minutes long, and while this says immediately start and go back and forth to the sprints for 3 hours, I am going to be taking a 5-minute break in between each one, because I imagine I will need to be able to rub my eyes and go to the bathroom. I particularly probably will need to go to the bathroom just because I've been drinking a lot of water lately, and it feels like I have to go to the bathroom every 25 minutes anyway. So I'm giving myself leeway for bathroom breaks in between these sprints, mostly, and like drink refills, because this does not equate for bathroom breaks or drink refills, and so I'm setting this up in blocks of 30 minutes instead of 25, and it'll be 25 for the sprint itself, and then the 5 to run bathroom, refill, drink, and stuff like that, because I can't go 3 hours without drinking anything at all after having a cup of coffee or without going to the bathroom. So after that, it says to, the way it has it doing is 25 minute, 25-minute, 5-minute break, and that's just not going to work for me. So that's the portion I'm changing up a little bit. After that, for the 3 hours, it says to take a 30-minute break. I'm looking at it on my computer. Take a 30-minute break, eat a high-protein meal, and take a power nap. I do not nap. The problem with me in naps is that a 30-minute nap turns into like a 4-hour nap. So napping is not going to happen. However, that 30-minute break is going to happen. That'll be when I get the kids out, make sure they're ready to go, and get them down to the bus stop. So for me, that is my power nap, is getting the kids ready to go, getting them off to school. Resume writing for another 3-hour block. I've got my next 6 sprints already set up on the schedule. And then after that, it says take another 30-minute break to do some physical activity and hydrate yourself with plenty of water. I will be drinking water throughout this time period, which is why I'm going to need those 5-minute breaks. I have water and activity written down. I have not decided what that water and activity will be. That might be when I eat the high protein meal, actually, because the fact that I'm using that first break to take the kids to the bus stop, that second break might be my high protein meal. After that, it says write for another 2-hour block using the same alternating project planner. So that's got my 4 sprints left, my last 4 sprints of 25 minutes with a 5-minute break in between. And then after that, it says take a 10-minute break to relax and clear your mind. I don't know what I'm going to do for that 10 minutes, but I wrote it on here to take a break. And then after that, it says write for a final 1-hour block on the project that you feel needs the most attention. So I put in parentheses, project that needs most attention for a full 1-hour block. The last thing on here is to celebrate your accomplishments with a treat or a fun activity. I will give myself the rest of the day off to do whatever the fuck I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. But yeah, so when I do a 10K day, I tend to write 10K in about 16 sprints, which is what this equates to with the way I've calculated it. So that's what really excites me, is that I'm going to be trying this weird, crazy writing routine and aiming for 10K. Not on each project, but 10K as a whole. And luckily for me, I do have 2 projects I can flip-flop between because I have my anthology submission and I have the client story. So I will probably start with the anthology submission and flip-flop back and forth between the 2 projects. And yeah, fully expect more vlog clips of me with this project. I will probably make my first vlog clip when I wake up and sit down and, it says a cup of coffee, and I was thinking in my head soda, but I have a Monster, so I will probably make this is my cup of coffee. This will be my cup of coffee. At least half of that will be. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I need to go set my alarm now. Mama Ward wanted to know if this was all washi tape. Yes. So, I've been asking for washi tapes from different things. These I found at work and we're giving them. A bunch of these are from like the dollar store. These are all from the dollar store. These were ones that were on my Amazon wish list that someone gave me as a gift. All of these. Why is that one sitting weird? Whatever. And these are just the ones I haven't used yet. These ones are all from the dollar store. Different sets were given to me. Different sets I got from the dollar store. This is actually electrical tape. Until here, this is actually ribbon. This one's actually full of like electrical tape, labels, and like the acrylic box for my stamps. Because I got stamps too. Some stamps. More washi tape. This is actually from a set where it was 100 something rolls of colored tape. There's not a lot on these. I've used up like 6 or 7 of these on like one project, so. More of the same, then some decorative ones. And then even more. This is actually one of my favorite ones, this one right here. I got this from the dollar store. I haven't found it since. If you ever see something like this and you want to get me something, you'll know I love you forever for this one. But yeah, got a bunch of different washies. And the ones that were like given to me as like gifts, like these ones, those were like sets from Amazon of different themes and stuff. Like this one was all a wintry theme. I think this is the whole collection right there up until this point. Because I tried to keep them together based on theme, but like this one is 2 different sets and I have them next to each other, and I don't know that one that's like sideways. I don't know which set that goes to. I'm lost. So yeah, and that's what I've been standing my tripod on to film my vlog clips. Yay. I need to get Velcro so this sticks to it because it keeps sliding around. I have to readjust it every time. So if the angle ever looks different, that's why. Because I have to struggle putting my phone into this piece, and then this moves around, and I have to resituate everything every single time. Good morning. It is 20 minutes after 3 in the morning, and I'm not struggling. I'm actually feeling pretty okay. Okay, that's why. I thought I would be struggling more, but maybe because I've been getting up earlier for work. This isn't that bad. Usually I don't wake up until like 3:30, so this is a little earlier. But it's not terrible. Am I going to crash later, though? That is the real question. I do have my Monster, which I'm going to open and drink like coffee, because according to the writing routine that I wrote down, wake up at 3 a.m. and drink coffee and eat chocolate chips. I have some semi-sweet chocolate morsels here, and I know it says you're supposed to eat them before the sprint, but I'm actually going to keep them and just eat them as I sprint, honestly. Like, as a snack, like a desk snack. Just because, why not? Because I don't drink coffee, I decided to do my Monster, my usual typical Monster. And then I do have soda here as well, because it's my day off, and I am a caffeine junkie, and that's what I do. I try to keep it just to one Monster a day. That's why there's 2 Monsters on my desk, because Friday's payday, today is Wednesday, so Wednesday, Thursday, and then I'll buy some new ones on Friday. And then my water bottle's in the car, so I will be going out at some point during one of my 5-minute breaks and getting that. As I said in yesterday's video, my plan is to basically break everything down into 30-minute blocks, 25 minutes writing, 5-minute break where I get up, stretch, go to the bathroom, get refill drinks and stuff like that. I've been debating whether or not I wanted to do a live stream today, even if it's just a pop-up one, and honestly, I don't really wanna. I might do one later this afternoon, like a pop-up sprint later this afternoon. We'll see how I'm feeling. But I think what I'm going to do is just use the Forest app, write for 25 minutes each block, and just do it that way, because I really don't feel like streaming and getting that all set up and doing anything like that. I don't feel like it. So I think for this experiment, I am just gonna do it on my own, and maybe if I do it again, I will do some streams with it. I don't know. Maybe that's what I'll do, is I'll just compare it to doing it again with some streams, and I'll make multiple streams for each of the 3-hour blocks, get my timer set up so that I'm like on point with everything, and I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I have 8 minutes left before my first sprint. I'm going to sit here. I'm going to get everything pulled up and ready to go. I'm going to eat some chalky chips, and I'll chat with you guys after the first sprint. First sprint done. 637 words. Sprint 2 is in the bag. I got 925 words. I think what I'm going to do is, so I'm going to have my sprint word counts here. The next column, I think I'm going to have the totals for each individual project. So when I get sprint 3 done, I will total up sprint 1 and 3 here. And then when I get the 4th sprint done, I will total up 2 and 4 here. And then I'll have a running total on this side for the whole day. Yeah, no, I think I'm going to switch those. So this will be the running total for the whole day, and then this will be this individual word counts for each sprint. Yeah, that's how I'm going to do it. And I need to go get a ruler so I can section this off. Otherwise, I will be having my list slowly slant like this over the time. Hopefully this worked. Works. I grabbed my old camera because I wanted to be able to keep the Forest app running while I was doing these kind of chats. I've now done 2 sprints, and I got more words on the second sprint than the first sprint, but I think part of that's because of the fact that I'm still waking up. I've still got some chalky chips left. I haven't drunk much of the Monster. Oh, I've drunk more than I thought because I've got about half a can left. And I will say this, Monster and chalky chips do not mix well. I have been recording my word sprints and my word counts, and we'll see what I end up with today. I am already sitting at 1,500 words, but again, we'll see what I end up with today total, and yeah, I'm feeling pretty good so far. I've got 4 more sprints to go before I take a break take the kids down to the bus stop, and while that's supposed to be a 30-minute break, it may end up be closer to 45 because I'm going to get them up, get them dressed, get them out to the bus stop and stuff like that, and we'll see. I'll get back to start as soon as I get back to the house, but it may take longer than 30 minutes. That's okay. What I may do in the future is increase that to an hour break, just because I want to make sure I give myself enough time, especially like if we ever miss the bus, so that I can take them to school, which I may have to do sometimes. So we'll see how today ends up, and if I do this again in the future, which already, maybe I'm feeling overconfident, but already I'm thinking I'm going to do this again in the future. If I do this again in the future, I can, tweak it so that it actually works for this. So I'm feeling really confident. I'm liking where I'm going with the stories. I'm liking how everything works. And yeah, let's keep going. Ignore how dirty my window is. It doesn't matter if we clean it. The birds tend to mess it up. Plus it's double paned, and I'm pretty certain some of the spots are in between the panes where it's leaking. Anyways, it is 5:30 in the morning and the sun is coming up. So I get to watch the sunrise while working from my computer. I had to mute the music so I could talk without, getting my video taken down. So, yeah. Hello. Good morning. Okay, so I'm on the first 30-minute break, which means, and I've got hiccups, it's time to take my kids down to the bus stop. So far, I'm feeling really good about this still. I'm sitting at just over 4,000 words. I was supposed to do another sprint before my break. But no, I wasn't. I just haven't recorded my sprint for this break. That's why. Because I had to go and make sure the kids were awake. I was looking at my stuff going, wait a minute. This isn't right. I'm good. Okay, yeah. So I'm on my first 30-minute break. Just scared myself because I haven't written anything down. I'm looking at my paper going, what the hell? Why is this look wrong? I haven't recorded it yet, that's why. So I had to finish getting dressed myself because I was wearing my pants that I don't want to wear today, but I was wearing my fuzzy slippers and I hadn't changed my shirt because it was cold and I didn't feel like it. I just put on my snuggle, which I left in my room apparently. But now I'm actually dressed for the day. I'm wearing my boots. I'm ready to go. So when they tell me they're ready, I will be ready and we can just go. But in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and record my stuff that I've done so far so that I can keep track of that. 1 hour later. Okay, that half-hour break turned into an hour-long break because of the bus was running a little bit behind. So note to self, factor that in the next time I do this, if I do this again. But otherwise, I'm back and I'm ready to write again. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get started and get this done and we'll see how this goes. I've only done 6 sprints and I'm already halfway to 10K and I'm feeling really good about both projects, but we'll see how much writing I actually get done today with that hour-long break. It just means that I will be going until 2 o'clock today as long as I stick with the rest of the schedule versus 1:30, but that's okay. We're learning. This is a learning experience and this is an experiment, but I'm liking it so far. It's working for me. It feels actually a little bit more structured than my usual 10K day, so I am loving that, and we'll see how I feel later. I am starting to get hungry, and I've got another 3 hours before I can actually do something about that, since this was in the original one that Kate did. This was the lunch break. The 30-minute break was like the lunch break with a high-protein meal. I do have food already cooked, so yeah. But let's go ahead and get back to work and see how this goes. Slight change in plans. So according to the schedule I'm supposed to be keeping, that was bothering me. I am on a 3-hour block right now. However, I needed to go to the bathroom. So I ran into a snag with this plan already. It does account for bathroom breaks because I said I was gonna do things in 30-minute blocks and like use the 5 minutes for bathroom breaks. However, with filming the writing of the word counts, calculating word counts, and adding numbers and checking things off, I am finding that I am running out of time to do various things. So while this is supposed to be part of a 3-hour block where I just write and go, I am actually taking a 30-minute break right now because it took me 20 minutes to run to the bathroom, refill my stuff, and get this stuff written down. And I only have about 10 more minutes before the next 30-minute block, so I'm just going to continue taking my break. And this will be like a 1-hour block with a 30-minute break and then a 2-hour block after that. And what I might do, I don't know. I had to go to the bathroom real bad, and it was not a quick run like the others have been. So that was part of the problem too. And then I got to chatting with someone. So I was catching up on my chat with my sisters and stuff like that. So I'm going to continue doing that until the end of this 30-minute block, and then I will get back to writing. And that's my friend contacting me again to tell me I'm a weirdo for doing this challenge. Thank you for keeping me on my toes. So, yeah. All right. I'll be back to writing soon. I'm not that worried about it because I thought with this experiment I would not even reach 10K, or I would barely reach 10K. And I'm only 8 sprints in and it's already sitting at 7K. So I'm really not that worried about it. Once I hit 10K, everything on top of that is going to be gravy. And I don't even know if I'm going to actually follow through. I mean, I'm going to follow through with the whole plan, but I won't follow it as strictly as I told myself I would, because in my head I was thinking I wouldn't get as many words as I happened. So, I'll have more thoughts on that later. I'm still trying to formulate my thoughts on it, so we'll see what happens. But for now, I'm going to finish up this break. Got 8-ish minutes left, and then we'll get back to writing. So, yay. I'll check back soon. I just wanted to point out that it's almost 9 in the morning, and I'm almost out of chalky chips. Not gonna lie, this combined with this is probably the only reason I'm still going as hard as I am, because I am wide awake, I'm feeling good, loving the projects, and I am feeling fan-fucking-tastic right now. Can I have some more? Thought I pressed record, but apparently I didn't. Another sprint down, 746 words, 9,833 total for the day so far, 4,902 words for Project 1. Project 1 is almost sitting at 5,000 words for the day. Yay. And now it's time to switch to Project 2 for the next sprint. And this will be my last sprint before water activity, which means food and bathroom break. Yay. Okay, so I finished the second 3-hour block, which wasn't really a 3-hour block because things, which means it's now time for, according to my schedule, water activity, which is going to be lunch and a really serious bathroom break. The problem with drinking so much is that I have to pee every sprint, it feels like. I finished off my Monster, I've been drinking some water, and now I have a cup of soda. Because, as Kate discussed in her video, this routine does not account for drinking. And I did account for that in my planning, but at the same time, yeah, I need to drink more. Need to drink more water. But it's still going good. I have already hit 10,000 words. I've still got 4 sprints left plus that hour-long sprint, so technically 5, and I'm sitting at 10,605 words so far. So I've already hit my 10,000 word goal that I had, and now it's just a matter of hitting everything else, and seeing how this routine works. I am going to be trying this routine again sometime in the future with different projects once I finish these and get these all wrapped up and ready to go. Because I want to see if this is a fluke or if this is actually a routine that will not only help me hit 10K, but help me get further with different projects. Because with each project, in project 1, I'm sitting at 4,902 words so far, and with project 2, I'm sitting at 5,703 words so far. And I don't know if that's just because this is something that's actually going to work for me, or if it's a fluke, or if it's just because I know these projects very well and I'm got them outlined and I'm following that outline and everything's working out smoothly. Things are changing in both drafts that take them away from their original outline, but not in bad ways. Like, they're good, or at least I think they are. We will see how that thought turns out when I read them several days from now. But so far, I am liking the direction each story is going, and alternating between the two projects, while it is throwing me off a little bit because there's some things happening in each one that are fairly similar, I've hit smexy scenes in both of them in various sections at the same time, which is throwing me off because I'm like, what? Who am I with right now? But otherwise, it's going good, and I'll have more thoughts after I complete this experiment to see exactly how I feel about it as a whole and whether or not I will attempt it again, though I am very heavily leaning towards yes, I will. So my husband's awake now. He just fired dogs, and he's already like, you hit your 10K goal already? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, so you're done? I'm like, no, because I want to finish up this routine and see how it works. So that's where I stand right now. And I've hit 10,000. I've almost hit 11,000. And we're going to see how much more I can do. And then I will have to attempt this again with different projects to see if I can repeat this success. Because I am already, even though this is not done yet, I am calling this a success. So, yeah. All right, I'm going to go get some food, take my break, and come back and do some more writing. So I forgot to record for the last sprint, and I realized that while I wrote the sprint numbers in, I did not check off the sprint. So I finished project 2 sprint, finished project 1 sprint, and finished project 2 sprint. And all I have left is that hour-long sprint of the project that needs most attention, which I have to sit here and figure out what that is. So word count for project 1, sprint number 15, is 214. I keep getting distracted. My husband woke up around this time, and yeah, I've been distracted by that and talking with another friend online. So my word count has gotten lower, but since I am over 10,000 words, I'm not that worried about it. I am gotta do math. 11, 8, 8, 4. All right. Oh, no, that's 4, 15. All right, now we got 5, 3, 4, 3. All right, so I've written a lot of words today. And we got about an hour. I am going to take a break, though, because not only am I distracted, but I'm falling asleep. So I need to take a break and come back to this. Let's see. This one goes to this one. And maybe what I'll do on my break is rewrite this so it's a lot prettier. And then we'll film that. Because I sent this picture to someone earlier today. And they were like, I have no idea what I'm reading. That looks like a chicken scratching me. I was like, yeah, it kind of does. So let me prettify this and we'll come back. Okay, check-in. I rewrote what I've been working on all day, basically the schedule and all that fun stuff. And I did include the fact that like it took me an hour to get the kids to the bus and that I took an extra 30-minute break. And I include the fact that I'm actually taking a break right now because I had to do math to figure out which project needed the most help, because that was the whole point of the last sprint. It was like the project that needs the most attention. They're both neck and neck. They're both projects that I need to get done fairly quickly. If I prioritize them based on deadline, one has a deadline, one technically does not. If I prioritize them based on which one I've been working on the longest, project 2 is the one I need to work on. If I prioritize them based on like deadlines, project 1 is the one I need to work on. If I prioritize them by word count, they are both, like, see, the one is supposed to be anywhere from 8,000 to 20,000 words. I'm already past the 8,000 word mark. I'm almost at 10K on it, so it's halfway there, and I don't think it's going to reach 20K. The other one is supposed to be between 25 and 30,000 words. I'm sitting at almost 20,000. So again, I've only got about 5,000 more words to write on both of them to reach their targets. So I really don't know which one I need to work on. And on top of that, I am fading. I've always been the kind of person that once I hit 10K, I slow down massively. I will continue writing if I've said I'm going to write, because like on 10K days, I usually stream in the evening, which means even if I've hit 10K before the evening stream, I continue writing. But this is the last sprint. It's an hour-long sprint, and I'm supposed to work on one project. And I usually do 25-minute sprints working on one project. So to do an hour-long sprint on one single project is the part that's bothering me. And I'm like, I don't want to do it, basically. I'm excited to do it because I want to test it out and see what happens. But at the same time, because I'm already winding down and I'm getting tired of writing because I've already hit 10K for the day. By the way, for the day, I'm sitting at currently, where's my totals? 12,415 words. And I don't know how productive that hour is going to be. I've been chatting back and forth with people. I'm now distracted, like very distracted, and like it's difficult. I am going to take a little bit of a longer break. Originally, I was going to start writing again around 2, which is what I wrote down on my paper. It's almost 2:30 now. If I had stuck to the original plan, I would have been done at 1:30, but I had that extra 30 minutes when I was dealing with the kids and getting them on the bus, and then I took an extra 30-minute break right around the same time that Justin woke up, which was honestly actually when I started getting distracted. And he wasn't even the one that distracted me. He's been out here one time since then, and that one time when I took that 30-minute break was the only time, and then I saw him again when I took my 30-minute lunch break. And after that, it's been conversations with people online, including my client, about the story that is for him. So that's been distracting me, but also just like I know myself, and 10K is usually about where I end it for the day no matter what. I'm really happy that I hit 10K. I'm really excited that I hit 10K almost before my lunch break, actually. And I think if I hadn't gotten distracted and slowed down, I would have hit 10K before my lunch break, which was about 8 sprints in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 sprints in. But that's actually when I started slowing down, was around the 11th and 12th sprints. So I don't know how productive, when I finally get to it, I don't know how productive my hour-long sprint's going to be. And I still don't know which of these projects I'm going to work on. I need to run to the bathroom before I even think about getting started on it. And I have about 7 minutes before the half-hour mark. So I think what I'm going to do is start my sprint at the half-hour mark, because then I will finish up before my kids get home from school, because I know absolutely once my kids are home from school, I'm done, no matter if I finish that hour or not. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to run to the bathroom, and once it hits that 30-minute mark, I'm going to go ahead and do my hour-long sprint on whichever one I decide between now and then. So I'll tell you how it goes, and then I'll tell you my thoughts and feelings about it as a whole. Okay, so I think I figured out a way to decide which projects I'm going to work on for this last hour-long sprint. So because they're so close together in what they both need and where they both are progress-wise, I'm going to use my phone that I've been doing the Forest app on. I'm vlogging with my old phone, and I am going to have it flip a coin. Heads will be project 1, tails will be project 2. So here we go. Flip a coin.
It's tails.
Tails. So we're going to be working on project 2 for this hour-long project, for hour-long sprint. And we'll see how far I get. Like I said, I don't imagine I'm going to get extremely far, only because I'm done for the day. I'm burnt out. I'm getting burnt out. So I will get however much I get in an hour, and I will talk to you guys more after that. So I realized I never wrapped up did a final thoughts clip for the writing challenge. And first off, it was a success. I managed to complete all 17 sprints. I was really worried about that last sprint, which is supposed to be an hour long, because I don't generally write for an hour time period, because I have to get up, I have to move, I have to go to the bathroom, usually I have to get something to drink, and so on and so forth. And I did run into that problem. I did keep getting distracted, but I don't know if I'll keep getting distracted because... What's up, Grace? But I don't know if I got distracted and all that fun stuff because it was an hour-long sprint, or if it was because I was already pretty much burnt out for the day. I have been writing... I've had 10K days multiple times over the past several years. I used to do ghostwriting on Fiverr, and my biggest selling package was 10K short story eroticas. So I had to do a lot of 10Ks in a day with the initial story idea so I can give them to clients, because I promised them a story in a week, and a completed story in a week. So I used to just write them the initial first draft within a 24-hour time period, which means I did a lot of 10K days. And I think the most I've ever written is about 14K in a day. But this experiment was definitely an eye-opener in a lot of ways, because I got to remember that I really don't have much more desire to keep going once I hit 10K, and I slow down a lot once I know I'm close to hitting 10K, both of which happened in this experiment. I was doing really good with my word counts. My first word count was actually my lowest word count until the very end, and I'll get into that. But usually it takes me the first 1 or 2 sprints to kind of get into a groove. And after that, I can write anywhere from 600 to 1,000 words in a 25-minute sprint, which is exactly what happened. And then once I saw I was pretty close to 10K, I started slowing down, and my next 2 word counts were in the 700s. And then in those, I hit 10K. And then after that, all my word counts were 400 and below until that very last one. But that very last one was an hour, and if we divide that into 25 minutes blocks, it was a little over 2 sprints. So let me take my word count for that sprint, 1185, and divide that by 2. I actually wrote less than 600 words per sprint in that time period. So there's that. So again, still slowed down a lot. I still call this a success because I got a lot of progress done on 2 different projects. One was a best friends to lovers contemporary romance, and the other one is a paranormal romance. And while things were starting to get steamy in both stories, they were different enough that both kept my attention while I was working on them and didn't kind of feed into each other. I was just hitting smexy parts with one, and there was a little bit of like foreplay teasing going on in the other one. So like they weren't hitting the same points at the same time, which made it really interesting to write too. Now the question is whether or not that will be like a viable product. The one, I think so, because it is outlined and I was staying strictly almost with exactly the outline. There was a few differences, but the few differences that are there were ones I was already thinking of because what I had originally planned wasn't going to work. Like it wasn't matching with the story. It was against the characters' like motivations and stuff like that. And the results were something that those characters wouldn't do, if that makes sense. So it was changing in a way that actually progress the story better. Did I finish either project? No, I did not. But I got really close. Let's see. The one is planned at 20,000 words, and I am sitting at 8,442. I'm sorry, I'm not wearing my glasses. I put them down somewhere, and I don't know where, and I'll go find them eventually. The other project is supposed to be anywhere from 25 to 30,000 words, and it's currently sitting at 19,608 words. Neither one of these were like from 0. So I had words on both of them. And as far as like how much I wrote individually, I wrote 8,043 words on the longer of the 2 projects, and I wrote 5,557 words on the shorter of the 2 projects. You'll have to excuse my dogs, they're outside. They've been going in and out for the past 15 minutes and they can't make up their minds, so I'm closed the doors and they are not allowed in. So you will hear them whining because they want to come in, just go right back out again. So feel free to ignore them because I am. Would I do this experiment again? Yes. Actually, I want to repeat this a couple more times with other projects because I want to see if this is something that's actually going to work for me. And if so, how I can tweak it. It is very similar to what I already do for my 10K days. The only difference is how early I wake up, because on my 10K days, I tend to wake up in enough time to send everyone off to wherever they're going, in the case to school, my husband to work and stuff like that, and then I get started with my 10K. Whereas this time, yes?
No. Who are you talking?
I'm filming. Say hi to the vlog.
Hi, vlog.
Whereas this, I wake up at 3 a.m. and I actually had like 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 4 complete hours of blissful silence from the rest of the family because everyone else was still asleep. And actually, I think that's part of what attributed, even though those word counts were a little on the smaller side because I was just getting into the groove, I think that is actually part of why I did so well on this challenge. Now they're just barking. Great. And they're right outside the window. I think they can see me. What is he barking at? He's barking at Jester. He wants to play and Jester doesn't. Jester's like, fuck off, man. Fuck off. Leave me alone. She's hiding beneath the tree branches. That's like the lower to the ground tree branches because she's like a quarter of his size. And he wants to play so damn badly. Anyways, so yes, this experiment was a success. I do want to try it again. I want to try it 2 more times the way I did it this time before I make any more tweaks to it. So like I did tweak it from what Kate did originally for her experiment, and I did tweak that portion as I was working on it because things happened, because like there was only supposed to be a 30-minute break and I had planned to take my kids to the bus stop, and that ended up turning into closer to an hour after waking them up, getting them ready to go, and then taking them down to the bus stop. And then I had a chat with the bus driver for a few minutes before I came back. So that was actually, it was supposed to be 30 minutes and turned into an hour. And then there was another point where I was only supposed to take like a 5-minute break, but things happened when I was recording stuff, so it ended up turning into like 15, and then I was like, fuck it, I'll just go on the next half-hour mark. So I extended that to a 30-minute break, and I will keep those. Oh, it was because I went to the bathroom. That's what happened. Between filming and going to the bathroom and refilling my drink, it was closer to 15 minutes, so I just extended it to the half-hour mark. That's why. So I will keep those adjustments into this schedule and try this experiment again 2 more times. I don't know when. I will try to post when I'm going to do it again. And I think what I'll do is, now that I have access to the community tab, I've always wanted access to the community tab like for years, and I have it. And I haven't used it but one time, and I want to use it more often. So what I think I'll do is I'll post my adjusted routine to my community tab and invite others to join me in doing this. My phone keeps going off now. And see if you guys do this experiment and how it works for you, because I'm curious. Like, this legit, I think, will work, at least on my days off where I'm not planning on doing anything else, for a writing routine. And actually, I think it will work even if I do like other things. Now, it won't work if I'm doing like a grocery run, because the Sam's Club and Walmart are an hour and a half away from me, so it won't work for that. I'm gonna mute my phone real quick. Okay, no, put it on vibrate. But like if I'm doing laundry, I think I can, if this routine is going to work for me, I think I can tweak it so that I can still do this routine and do laundry at the same time, because I have to wait for washers to run. I have to wait for dryers to run, and switching everything without folding usually takes 5-ish minutes. So I have plans. I want to try this experiment again, just like I did it this time, twice more, and then I'll go from there and I'll see what I want to do, because I'm really excited about this. I thought it might work when I saw Kate's video as she started talking about what she was doing. I was like, I already have to get up really early in the morning for work anyways. This, I think, is something I can do. So I'm really happy with the way it turned out. It worked beautifully. I ended up getting a final word count of 13,600 words, like even, which is amazing in my opinion. And I got a lot of progress done on 2 stories that I've been stuck on for weeks. And in the one story's case, I've been stuck on it for months. It was originally supposed to be done in December, because that's when I told the client I would be done with it. Now, granted, it turned out we couldn't agree on the outline until like January, February, March. But I digress. My original plan was to have the story itself done in December, and it didn't happen, because I wanted to finish it before the new year started, because I had plans. I had other stories I wanted to work on. But that being said, I am a lot further now than I have been in months, and I am really happy with the progress that I've made on both projects. The one is due at the end of the month to edit for a swap, and I would like to run through it, like print it out, edit it myself at least once, if not twice before then. So I have a lot more work to do on it. It's only about 3/4 of the way done, halfway done, roughly halfway, maybe 3/4. And I'm really excited about it. And I'm really excited that this worked. I want so badly to be like an everyday, write a little bit everyday writer, but I'm just too busy for that. I was trying to take my laptop to work, and because the team that I work with, all the rest of the housekeepers, we all take our breaks at the same time. And there's lots of conversations going on. I cannot concentrate on writing while doing that. So I've not been able to write during lunch breaks. I get home, I basically do my house chores that I have to do every day. If I'm cooking dinner, I cook dinner. If I'm doing dishes, I do dishes. And then about then, it's time for me to go to bed. Like, there isn't any extra time in the evening or even get up early in the morning, because I'm already getting up early in the morning, to do writing. So I am becoming more of a binge writer, which is why this experiment, I think, also worked so well, because this does allow for binge writing. I devoted pretty much 3/4 of my waking day to writing. I ended up finishing this experiment right around 4:00, which was right around the time my husband brought the kids home, which worked out great, because that's another story I don't want to get into. my kids did something that I wasn't really happy about, but I digress. That problem got fixed and we will not talk about it. So yeah, it worked because at 4 o'clock I was done writing for the day. I'd written a fuck ton of words, more so than I've written in a while, even across multiple days, and I'm really happy with where I was at with the work. So I am not complaining like at all about any of that. Like, it was fantastic and I feel fantastic about it. So definitely a success. Definitely going to try it again. Might tweak it after trying it exactly as I did it 2 more times. And stay tuned for when those 2 more times are, because I would love it if others join me. Am I going to do live streams with it? No, because I do want to replicate it the exact way I did it, and I didn't do any live streams. I specifically said, hey, I don't want to do live streams. I just want to concentrate on this and make it work and see if it works. And that's what I did. So no live streams for the next 2 experiments, just doing it as is. And then after that, maybe I will add in some live streams again. We'll see. It's going to be a we'll see how it goes kind of thing. Because I miss writing, I miss enjoying writing, and I miss being able to get some stuff done while writing, and it feels lately that I've not been able to. So yeah, I'm really happy about it, and I don't know what else to say because I keep repeating myself at this point. I think there's the color I was looking for the girls. Fuck. Anyways, do I get to move anything? No, because I didn't put up the sticker I wanted to put up, because I wanted to put a sticker up that said that I tried this experiment, and I didn't. So I don't get to move it because it doesn't exist. All right, y'all. I will see you all in the next video. I don't know if I'm going to make this part of the original vlog or if I'm going to make this its own vlog. So maybe I'll see you in the next clip. All right, guys. Bye.